Whoops. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Let me get this Discord out of here. And as we come into Friday morning here, the S&P 500 is 2 points off of its all-time high. It's been pushing up came up here a little bit a little bit after the open, consolidated, big move up here at the European Open, pulled back, and now it's very, very close to all-time high. We will move these along. This is our high of the session that we just hit last candle. Low of the session here. So about a 20-point range today. No, a little bit more. There we go. About yeah, 21-point range. See whether we can keep pushing up higher. Finding the right thing. So good morning. Hey DWT, how you doing? Nasdaq's running as well, although Nasdaq really not that much range today yet. It's grinded up, but oh, just looks different than it doesn't look as big as it is. It's actually a 90-point range. Wow, that looks like that looks sideways to me, but I guess it's just grinded up. How's the trading been? I haven't seen you in the last couple streams. Kappa. Copper's had a weird day so far. Oh, this is a 2-minute chart. I need my 5-minute chart. There we go. Copper sold off yesterday. No, yeah, well, yesterday early morning. Kept coming down through the late morning. And started off the session really well. Then almost lost all of its gains. Went sideways. Totally lost its gains. And it's just been up and down, but decent sized moves as it does. Looks like about a 16-point range. For copper's pretty darn good. Good, good. Hopefully we can get some good Friday money to send us into the weekend feeling good. Gold also showing strength today. It's gone up basically since the open. The opening candle was its low. And it's gone up about 13 points. Uh, just missed this nice move on natural gas. Everything's showing some strength so far today that I've looked at. Gas here is at its high of the day. Crude oil. Session lows right before the European Open. and it's at its high of the day. See, it's made some really nice moves, very nice trends that could have even easily traded here up, here down. That would have been a false signal, but you're still at this downward SMA, so should have followed that signal. Decent move here, kind of choppy, but it would have got you something, and then this long move upwards, just basically, got two pullbacks along the way. But right now, it looks like it's about a point and a half on crude for the range. Bonds. Bonds look choppy. That kind of looks like an ugly chart to me. It's low the day was at open. It's high here. I think it might have been the high of yesterday. Where our high right now is just about the high yesterday's highs. So it's hit this area twice now and come down. So the range here has been about a point and a half. But I haven't tried charting it out yet. But besides this move here and this one here, when it was going up, this looked like it would be hard to play. This choppy sideways action. Russell. Russell. Russell also right now looks like it's high from yesterday. Let me see, unless I didn't. Yeah, Russell's hitting the same high it topped out at yesterday. Let's move up the low of the day. Was that the low? Yeah, low here. Last night's session in the Asian session. And let's see, it topped out here at 2305. So a little bit higher than yesterday where it topped out at 2304. But just about the same. So, and that was about a 13-point range on the Russell. Smaller range, almost. I mean, it kind of went sideways here. Slight downtrend along the way before doing this move about an hour or 2 hours ago. Yeah, see how it has recovered well. I looked at highs, and I believe it's higher than it's been since I think 2015. Daily chart, go back. I still love this chart, the way that looks when it went negative. That's just a wild looking time period. See here, yeah, here's where we're at now. The last time we were here was October of 2014. So we haven't been here in 7 years. And wow, yeah, the downtrend there started in 2014, and it was up near 110, fell all the way down by the end of January to 40. That was quite the fall in 6 months. I don't know, but I know they think I've seen yeah, excuse me, it's early. Some analysts say $100 is coming, but yeah, when copper was doing its weird thing um, last week when it just went parabolic, I saw one article said that some are some traders are getting out of crude and into copper because they think it's a better investment now with more renewables and copper's in everything renewable like solar panels and all that. But I mean, crude's just shown strength, so I don't know if they know what they're talking about. I don't know a lot of time if these analysts just have a job because they can make it sound like they know what they're talking about. I think I checked everything. I didn't check the agriculture doing anything. Agriculture, actually, this would have been some nice smooth moves. I mean, a little bit of consolidation there, but I haven't actually placed an ag trade in a long time. So that's our overnight synopsis. Be interesting to see whether or not the ES breaks can break through that all-time high. Russell. We'll see a pullback here on the Russell. See, they got a late signal there for some reason. We pull back, start pulling back here. See, we'll do a 1.5 by 3. So there we go. Copper. We can start gold. Seems like as we're getting into morning session here, I mean we're still almost 2 hours to the New York Open, but things might be just taking a breath here. Curious. Let's chart this signal out. Oh wait, I'm on a daily chart. No wonder that looked weird. Never mind. Let's go to back to our 2-minute chart. Okay, there we go. Remove. You can see here. I mean, we got this buy signal here about a little after 6 a.m. and it's grinded up 9 points since then. Bitcoin. Bitcoin's kind of sideways. Rusty. Not sure what signal am I getting on the Russell? What was that? The 2-minute. I'm looking at the 2-minute. It's already gave me a signal. Why? Weird. Nasdaq, I think still has a couple hundred points until we hit all-time highs. The all-time highs was here, which was 15,708.75. We actually we hit a higher. We're not even at yesterday's highs yet, but right now we're about 250 points away, 260 points away from all-time highs on the Nasdaq. So that has a little bit more work to do than the ES does to get to all-time highs. You can see here, I mean, we've just been in an uptrend since the COVID crash, really. I mean, you had pullbacks, and even this is, I mean, in the overall scheme of things, well, I mean, obviously, it's a big downtrend over, the month of September, which is normal. For some reason, September is just a sell-off month. This has been a nice bounce, and we're just still in this long uptrend. Hey, Deco, how you doing? Good morning to you. Doing any trading this morning, Deco? Natural gas is continuing to make a run up here today. It's been a nice trade to get into, but it started before my eyes were open. Could plot out some resistance areas here. Last time we were up here is back on the 18th. Monday? Is that Monday? Yeah, it was Monday. Week flies. Cool. Winning trade. Did you profit off that? Here we can see where on Monday, last time we were this high on Natty Gas, we topped out here 3 times. So this will be an important area if we continue moving upwards. Right around 5.370. That's still about 60 ticks away. That's really the next big area. We had this wick here, but this is the next resistance point. And after that, this will be the next real resistance area. Right about there. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Green is good. Wow, it's really moving. I just moved this up. It just moved up another 30 ticks. Gold did definitely make a nice move earlier. Looks like it's made a series of nice moves. Let's chart them out because there's nothing else going on right this second. Started charting out last night before bed. This move would have stopped us out, but volume trading. Cool. Do, do you like that style of trading? I haven't even, I haven't really checked out trading by volume yet. But I know some people have some pretty good success with it. Do you try to get a, you know, sorry, my brain's not working yet. Specific amount of ticks off of a trade, or do you have when you go into a trade, are you looking for like 5 ticks, 10 ticks, or you just play each trade as it goes? Eventually, I do want to dabble in some other styles of trading, just to have it and see if adding it to my style can give me, even more of an edge. But I don't have the time right now yet to really start, you know, looking at something else. But hopefully soon. That makes sense. Do you trade in your own brokerage account, or are you in some sort of evaluation like our funded account like Earn a Trade? CES here is it tried 3 times to get up to the all-time highs, and now it's just kind of sideways. Volume's decreased a bit as we head toward the 8 o'clock hour. We have gold. So since open, why didn't I mark all that trade off? That's weird. Awesome. It's good. It's excellent. A lot of people don't have the patience to, you know, spend a few months doing sim trading or paper trading, and they jump in before they're ready, and then they wonder why they lose money. 3 to 1, 3 to 2, 4 to 2, 5 to 2, 6 to 2, 7 to 2, 7 to 3. So since open goal would be 7 and 3 based on where I would enter if I was getting in, if I could stay up around the clock and trade. Yeah, I totally understand. I just, there's sadly some people treat trading like gambling though. They go in and there's like, they're YOLO, only live once, so whatever, and you know, they're basically just handing their money over to the market. That's why I like doing this whole earn the trade thing where get this evaluation done and then I can trade with their money and not worry about losing my own money. But hopefully make money, and then eventually move to my own brokerage account. But for now, I'm happy with trying to trade someone else's money. Yeah, it's because I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of spare money. I don't have well, I don't have any spare money. Uh, but and originally I tried trading stocks and it's so hard to trade because of the PDT rule and all that if you don't have a lot of money. And when I heard about earn the trade or and these other kinds of funding programs, that really got my interest because able to get in, just the fee of the evaluation and then once I pass, get to trade with other people's money, get 80% of the. Sorry about that. Get 80% of the profit. So hopefully I can get this evaluation done soon. My trader psychology has been getting in the way. Nothing going on right now. So sorry, you're just watching me chart from previous day. Okay, we're at the 8 o'clock hour, starting to get something firing. We just fired. NQGC. It's not for everybody. Yeah, I mean, obviously the companies make money on people that fail, but it's for people that do it right, like you did, where they learn and they practice first, and then they go in with it, practicing. It really, in my opinion, is a good opportunity because some people just don't have the money to start. Obviously, trading futures requires margin requirements and all that. You know, so for people that do it right and don't just jump into an evaluation, but get their confidence first in simulator, The most they might ever spend is $100 to do the evaluation, and they can get funded and then continue, start making money with trading that they wouldn't be able to make otherwise because they just never had the money to start. I think the funding programs I think are they're bad for people who want to gamble, and because they think they can just jump in and pass an evaluation and they end up failing and resetting you know several times and just. But in my opinion, those are the same people that would just jump into the market and blow their account several times. So I saw a couple signals here. Not sure what. We're still sideways here, pretty much on the indices. Sideways. Want to reach profit target there again now. So I'll continue my charting. And QES. Huh. So we have a downward momentum move here on the NQ and the ES. Sell off here at 8 o'clock at the start of this 8 o'clock hour. 8, 9 points down on the NQ. Point and a half on the S&P. Bring up an NQ chart. There we go. This looks like a move that's just gonna come right back. Honestly, when we're watching this. No, I mean, last things I just said were, when you said, when we were talking about the funding accounts, just that, they're probably bad for the gamblers, but those same people will probably just blow their money in a real account anyways. So I mean, and it's just good for opportunity for people to do it right. And then I was just kind of mumbling about NQ here, just a big move down here on NQ, big compared to what it has been doing. 11 points down, but it seems like it's trying to bounce right back. Gold, gold's kind of bouncing around. Oh, I didn't take this trade, but we'll mark it off to see whether or not it'll do anything. Right now, it looks iffy. What was that signal? I didn't see it. Gold again. Why it gives me false signals. There. So gold's trying to push back up. That's a nice move here. Big 11, 12, 13 ticks here on gold, popping back up. Downward trending Bollinger Bands though. And that's kind of where that candle has stopped so far. We're almost at the daily high. I have a certain amount of ticks in mind when I enter, just based on the stats that I normally get. But I've been trying to work to adjust that more based on the market condition. Uh, but I try to keep my reward to risk at least like 1.3 to 1 to 1.5 to 1. Based on the most of my prior charting, like copper. Copper's my favorite thing to trade. So when I go into a copper trade, my most of the time my goal is to get 20 ticks out of it, and because that's what it usually does. And that I actually keep a spreadsheet, spreadsheet where I follow and I chart out every trade I would have taken over every trading period. Each day. Like I mean, obviously I can't stay awake for 22 hours a day, but I still chart out every trade I would take and see what the winning percentages would be. And this is going for a 20 tick win on copper versus a 15 stop loss usually does pretty well for me. Not sure if I'm even looking at the right asset there. That's gold. This is copper. Like 43 wins, 24 losses, 45, 27, 40, 33. You know, it shows me this just trying to convince myself that I need to take trades more often because I do run a pretty good winning percentage if I would be taking the trades based on that now. But I do try. I'm trying to adjust more. You know, this indicator, the ATR lines here. I'm trying to see if you can use that more of a stop loss. So wider stops when things are moving more per candle, and tighter stops when it's you know smaller moves. But yeah, I chart out like here. I chart out each one on copper. You know, looking at seeing that. See right here. This is a period where I stopped out twice in a. I would have stopped out twice in a row on this, but if I using the ATR, here's where I could have got in this trade. If I used the ATR, I would never stopped out and would have went to profit somewhere here, there. So that's I'm trying to adjust to it. I just need to adjust the reward to risk because I don't want to end up not being able to get to my profit targets. I want to keep at least a 1.25 is like the smallest reward to risk that I like. I like this, so this one would have worked if I just go into the ATR. Excuse me. So it looks like this Nasdaq trade is actually moving in our favor. Thought it was just going to pull back, but it's kind of sideways too. It's not doing much. Speaking of copper, ooh, copper went up 20 ticks and then dropped back down most of that move. Copper sending a sell signal now. Looks like it wants to continue try pushing down. We are on a downtrend on the 5-minute chart. Slight downtrend below the EMA line. So we have a minute and 20 on this candle to see whether or not this continues to give us a sell signal. Ultra bonds. Say bonds have started finally moving in a direction. Like a sustainable get 7 ticks out of it directions. Setting a buy signal here as it comes up into copper has been what's been my favorite thing to trade. It's just done very well for me. I do like trading gold. Copper chart. There we go. Oop, signal went away again. Crude oil, I take trades on it every now and then, but I've been I kind of struggle with crude. I've been looking at natural gas lately. Someone turned me on to it. I think it may have been DWT. He was just here. I don't know if he's still here. But I really like the moves in natural gas. Um, but yeah, copper's what I go to the most. And of course, just like everybody else, I keep an eye on ES and NQ and the Russell. But yeah, metals is probably what I'm sticking to for now, especially when you get funded with earn a trade, you get one free data feed. So I'll go with the metals feed because of copper. So gold is part of that, obviously. I haven't messed much with silver because of its high tick value. You can get in trouble quick with silver. Crude's continuing to grind higher here. We're seeing this little bit of a pullback here, but most things are showing a bullish momentum today.